Welcome to the 3 Degrees of Freedom podcast, where we explore lifestyle engineering with our expert guests to bring you in alignment with your own 3 degrees of freedom, location, time, and financial independence. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another in-betweenisode, where I share some of my bits of knowledge and wisdom from all of this messy middle thing that I'm going through in our business and in our life. And today I want to talk about something that's pretty interesting that most people may not know, so this may be a shorter episode, but I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can use AI easier and how you can be more productive with less. This is something that is a huge piece of my time freedom element and allows me to be able to be more productive and do more with less, right? With whether it's less employees, less time, less resources. Spending a little bit of time to understand what you can do with AI and what the possibilities are is super, super powerful. And in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about some of the cornerstone or one of the basic strategies that we have in our portfolio to stay productive, stay active, and keep the workflow moving in our businesses. And that is using transcription services and then pairing that with AI, with ChatGPT or with Bard. There are tools out there like otter.ai, or I believe that there's some plugins for Zoom or for any of these other meetings that you're using out there that allows you to basically take a transcript or record a transcript real time, live, right? And with the advent of AI, there's some really cool technologies out there that, just like Otter, is allowing you to be able to record anything. So you can sit down, and I just tried this the other day with me going out with a friend I had never met before. We did a podcast recording. He happened to be in town where I'm located at the moment, and we sat down. We had a recording. It was in a coffee shop, and we had a great conversation about staffing, about real estate investing, markets, efficiency, tools, things like that. And all I did was I flipped on the otter.ai switch on my phone and just set it down on the table while we were talking, while we were having a normal conversation. There was loud music in the background and everything like that, but we were able to, in the end, see our words being transcribed out loud inside of this otter.ai platform, which is super powerful because once the conversation concluded, you can have Otter, or you can even have ChatGPT or Bard or one of these AI tools pull out any action items that you said, oh yeah, in the middle of a conversation, hey, I'll send you that link, or let's be sure to go here next time, or something like that, right? Are you really going to remember that? Odds are no, but I bet you that the computers and these Otter AI platforms, they can. The cool thing is that once you record, whether it's a meeting, a conversation, or something that you just want to make a note of on your own, you can have that in text form, and then you can ship that off to someone else to either process, turn it into a video, turn it into a blog post, turn it into anything that you want, even turn it into meeting minutes that can turn into a task list for either you or your assistant or the other person to be able to do. It seems really intimidating, but it's actually fairly quick. And what I'd encourage you to do is think about how you would be able to use something like this in everything that you do every day. If you're in a meeting all the time, if you find yourself in meetings throughout the entire day, how cool would it be for you to be able to switch on this tool, right? And have it basically listen in on all of your conversations for you, and then summarize all of the conversations automatically, and then pull out action items for you so you don't have to go back in and type those up manually. Wouldn't that be awesome? The technology is already here. So we've been using this to the extreme. One way that we would do it, for instance, is you can write a book, you can write blog posts, you can do podcasts, you can do planning for the future. All you got to do, for instance, when my wife and I are out traveling, which we end up doing a lot, we'll switch on Otter AI when we have a conversation because we know it's going to be growth oriented, especially if we're doing like a long road trip or doing some sort of trip out there and trying to travel. We'll switch it on and we'll start talking into it directly. And as we talk into it, it will type up our words. And then once we're finished, especially if it's a long conversation, like an hour and a half long or 2 hours about possibilities and vision and things that we can do in our businesses, isn't that awesome to have an AI assisted tool be able to pull out some of those really key lessons that you talked about? or index the conversation for you so you can go back and listen to both the audio and see the text, and then use that to expand your business or create insight, right? Or create tasks and action items. This is the essence of what we do. And for content creation, it's incredible because all you got to do is literally just ramble into the Otter AI system for quite some time about some potential topic ideas. And then with ChatGPT or Bard, you can have your bullet points from your text or from your audio, which is then transcribed to text, turned into social media posts. And then with Midjourney or Fractal Diffusion, you can create AI generated things. You can use beautiful.ai to create presentations straight from your conversation that you had with yourself. So I encourage you to think a little bit outside of the box here and understand that when you're able to go from audio and video to text, at least nowadays in the middle of 2023, things are probably going to be changing with AI in the next couple of years. So this is disclaimer that this is for people listening to this in 2023 and maybe in the future. But once you have things in text, you can do almost anything with it after that, right? You can create tasks. You can assign it to someone else. You can create videos. You can get ideas to help expand more into more text or do more content, right? That's the beauty of this. We use this to help create SOPs as well. So we will take Loom videos, and once we take a Loom video, that becomes a standard operating procedure. And then you can take the transcript or take the Loom video, run it through Otter right after the video has been recorded. You can run it straight through this Otter AI tool, and then it will generate a transcript and pull out some of the key action points there and help my assistants become efficient, because rather than them listening to the entire video of 2 hours and trying to type down everything the way that I said it was going to be done, you can use AI to help build bullet points and indexes for that video. So it basically takes the effort and the time consuming piece out of what you need to do with the administrative tasks. So AI is allowing you to become more of an executive that basically says something and then actions can happen after that, right? Usually when I think of my tasks before, when I was building my business before AI started to come in full force and become more readily accessible to all of us, I remember spending most of my time documenting what it is that I was trying to do and documenting what I want my team to do. But nowadays, it is so easy because you can speak a lot faster than you can type. And some of us speak while thinking. I'm guilty of that myself also. But to wrap this up, because I don't want to ramble on forever here, I think you guys get the point. I challenge you to think about what it is that you would be able to use this for. What are you trying to save? What are the things that are in your life right now that you wish that you didn't have? Or things that maybe take too much time, need to be done? If it's meeting minutes, if it's giving instruction to other people, there's always a way around that. One more thing that maybe would give you an idea, right, is let's say you go to an event where you're at a conference for 2 days, 3 days, right? And you just spent a lot of time talking with a lot of people and a whole bunch of information was just thrown at you really quickly. Wouldn't it be great for you to be able to basically flip on an Otter conversation or some sort of recording, right? And record yourself talking about how the entire event went, what you learned, who you talked to, and ask the AI or ask the video to create an action item to reach out to these people so that you have it for yourself, or you can then assign that to someone else. Or let's say you have book recommendations that you got from the event, right? As long as you say it and document it through the through the spoken word, then it will be captured and it's up to you to take action on it, but you'll be closer than you ever will, right? Because at least it's outside of your brain and on paper somewhere. And that's half the battle. So think about it, right? What do you want to automate in your life? Is it meeting notes? Action items from all these meetings that you have in the middle of the day? Is it that you never want to type an email again? Or do you want to be able to create social media posts in 15 minutes for an entire month? Or do you want to write a book by basically talking into a transcription service on your commutes to and from your job or to and from your clients? It's up to you. But I wanted to empower you with this because this is all possible. And I really want to challenge you to start thinking about systems, how you can systematize your life to either get more out of the time and resources that you have now, or to do the same things that you're doing, but do them efficiently so that you can free up your time. That's what it's all about. That's what time freedom is. So in the coming weeks, along with the messy middle, we'll be going into these productivity corners as well, just to try to give you guys a little bit more of an insight into what I am an expert in, and definitely like to share wisdom and knowledge with other people and help consult them as well to get them into a frame of mind where they can benefit from some of these incredible tools that we have out there and do their jobs and document all of their conversations and have systems and processes in place to be able to take care of things quicker and easier than they currently do. Hopefully that was helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again next week. Thank you all, and we'll talk to you soon.